All right, so y'all go ahead and do the factoring and the math knowledge question for today. Pause the video, and then once everyone is finished, you can unpause the video, and I'll go over the correct answers. So again, this is going to factor similar to an x squared plus 4x minus 60. So we're going to have to use x cubed, though, because we have a 6 and a 3 for our exponents. So the numbers that multiply to give you a negative 60 and add to give you a 4 are going to be a positive 10 and a negative 6. Now yesterday, both of our numbers were perfect cubes, but on this one, 10 and 6 are not perfect cubes, so we do not have to deal with trying to simplify using our sum or difference of cubes. That would be your answer there. For the math knowledge question, according to the revenue function, what is the price of each of these mouse pads? Well, our revenue, if we sell 0, we make $0. If we sell 2, we make 20. And these are both in thousands, so we can look at just the numbers that are on the graph. If we sell 4, we make 40. We sell 6, we make 60, etc. So the price per mouse pad, 2 for $20, 1 for $10. Okay? So that would be the answer for your math knowledge question. We are looking at lesson 111 today. We're looking at log inequalities, where you have a base that's greater than 1, and log inequalities, where you have a base that is less than 1. So hopefully you'll understand how to do these log inequalities after this lesson. So we want to solve for log of x, or we want to solve for x, and we have log base 4 of x minus 2 less than 3. So basically, you're going to take your x minus 2, and instead of saying equals 4 to the third, it's going to be less than 4 to the third. Okay? And so now we say x minus 2 is less than 64. So x has to be less than 66. But remember, this part here, our argument, cannot be negative. So x minus 2 has to be greater than 0. So that means that x has to be greater than 2. So our range of values, it's greater than 2 and less than 66. And so that would be how you solve for x. Okay, so that one isn't so bad whenever your base is greater than 1. And remember, the base is this 4 right here, whenever your base is greater than 1. If this had been a sign that had been switched, then you would work it the same way. You just have a sign that was switched here, okay? Now, if your base is less than 1, you have to flip the inequality sign around when we change it to exponential form. Okay? And the reason, if our base is a 1/2, and we square that, this new number is 1/4, which is smaller than 1/2. Whenever you square a number that is less than 1 but greater than 0, if you square it, you're always going to end up with a smaller number than what you started with. Okay? So when you have a base that is less than 1, you have to flip your inequality sign. So looking here, this is log base 1/3. So whenever we put it into exponential form, we're going to have 1/3 to the 4. Instead of having this greater than, we're going to have to make it a less than sign. So we're going to have x minus 6 is less than 1/81. And so x is going to be less than 6 and 1/81. But remember, we also have to look at the argument. X minus 6 has to be positive. It has to be greater than 0. So that means that x has to be greater than 6. So x is greater than 6, but less than 6 and 1/81. Which you may say is a very small range, but there are technically infinitely many numbers in this range. Okay? So that is how you deal with log inequalities, where you have a base greater than 1 and less than 1. So hopefully that helps you a little bit with those. You do get to omit number 1 on your homework, so make sure you do the rest of those tonight so we can go over any questions you have tomorrow.